The coronavirus disease spreading around the world has killed 805 people, exceeding the death toll from the global outbreak of SARS that started in China almost 2 decades ago.
Reported cases in China alone exceed 36,693, less than 2 months after surfacing in late December in Wuhan.
The 2002–2003 outbreak of severe acute respiratory syndrome, or SARS, killed 774 people and sickened almost 8,100 others, in 26 countries, over 8 months, the World Health Organization said. Mainland China accounted for about 45% of SARS deaths.
Bloomberg is tracking the outbreak on the terminal and online.
Hubei province reported 2,147 new coronavirus cases early Sunday, the fewest in a week, as World Health Organization officials said the outbreak may be stabilizing in the region where the illness first emerged.
The confirmed cases have climbed by more than 2,000 daily since February 2, peaking at 3,156 2 days later. Confirmed cases also fell in the city of Wuhan, according to the report. The
final flight taking British citizens and others out of China has left Wuhan carrying more than 200 passengers, a UK Foreign Office spokesman said in Saturday's statement. The flight is due to land in the UK early Sunday.
Those on board include government officials who arranged the flight and medics, according to the statement.
Alongside British nationals, there are other nationalities on board, the official said.
The first group of UK citizens returned on a flight last month and remain in quarantine.
The World Health Organization expects a team to leave for China in the next few days, starting with a leader still to be named. Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said Saturday at a briefing on the spreading coronavirus.
The team's leader will fly to China early in the week with the others heading to the center of the coronavirus outbreak later, he said at a briefing in Geneva. China responded Saturday to an offer to send the experts, he added.
Asked whether the U.S. Centers for Disease Control would have representatives on the team, Ghebreyesus said, "We hope so."
There has been a stabilization in the number of cases reported in Hubei province, epicenter of the coronavirus epidemic. Michael Ryan, the executive director of the World Health Organization's Health Emergencies Program, told reporters Saturday in Geneva.
We're in a 4-day stable period where the number of reported cases hasn't advanced, and that's good news and may reflect the impact of the control measures we've put in place, Ryan said. But remember, there are a lot of suspected cases still to be tested.
2 provinces outside Hubei, Guangdong and Zhejiang, each have more than 1,000 cases. It's hard to say if the rate of infection in those regions is increasing or decreasing, as the WHO is still learning when symptoms first appeared, said Maria van Kerkhove, head of the Outbreak Investigation Task Force.
WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus sounded a note of caution about being too optimistic over signs of stabilization.
But even that, I think we have to understand it with caution because, as you know, epidemics can show some stability for a few days and then shoot up, he said near the end of the briefing.
Volkswagen AG postponed resuming production at its China joint ventures, citing limited travel options for employees and because suppliers are still restarting after the extended national holiday at the end of January.
SAIC Volkswagen Automotive Co. postponed work by 7 days until February 17, except for a plant in Shanghai that will restart on schedule on February 10. Most production at FAW Volkswagen Automotive Co. will also restart on February 10, 1 day later than announced end of January. Its plant in Tianjin will not reopen until February 17.
Grab Holdings Inc., which runs Singapore's biggest ride-hailing app, said it will temporarily suspend its Grab share carpooling services starting Sunday as the number of coronavirus cases in the city reached 40.
Singapore raised its national disease response level to orange, its second highest level and the same one used during the SARS epidemic almost 2 decades ago.
Singapore reported 7 additional confirmed cases, bringing its total to 40. 4 victims are in critical condition, and 1 is on oxygen support, the government said late Saturday. All the new cases are Singapore citizens or permanent residents, and none had traveled to China recently.
Princess Cruises said that 2 people on its Diamond Princess ship parked off the coast of Japan have tested positive for the disease. The pair, an American and a Chinese citizen, were taken ashore for medical care.
The Diamond Princess cruise ship has become the biggest center of infections outside of China, with 64 cases as of early Saturday, up from 61 a day earlier, said Takamasa Kojima, a spokesman for the Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare. No deaths have been reported. The newest cases were announced by the cruise line operator, and it's unclear whether they're included in the total released by the health department.
Japan has supplied 16 doctors and 12 other workers to the ship to try to restrict the breakout, Princess Cruises said in an email. The ship is going to sea for 24 hours, and staff was planning to clean rooms and provide new sheets and towels. The quarantine will end February 19, the boat's operator said.
The latest case brought the number of the Japanese infected with the virus to 26, excluding those from the quarantined ship, the report said.
A group of Britons sharing a ski holiday in the French Alps have been diagnosed with the coronavirus. 4 adults and a child have been confirmed as having the illness and 11 people have been hospitalized, French Health Minister Agnès Buzyn said Saturday. The 9-year-old boy who was among the new cases had visited 2 local schools in the area.
The new cases started with a British national who travelled to France after a 3-day stay in Singapore, arriving in the Haute-Savoie region on January 24 for a 4-day stay, he said.
The new cases come at the start of the peak ski season, with French schools closed for their winter holiday and thousands of British families preparing to travel to the region when UK schools begin their winter break after February 14.
Full story here.
With assistance by Hugo Miller, Tara Patel, Linus Chua, and Philip Hymonts.